This is the Red Sire, aka your goddamn daddy, here on the returning Three Count Podcasts with your host, the Red Dog, but his special guest, yours truly, TJ Sykes. Check it.
There's always the original, there's always the sequel, and then there's always a trilogy, which this is what this is right here. This is Returning to Ring, and I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, the man that leads you up that mountain called wrestling. And like always, as your Sherpa, it's never about me, it's about who's entering the ring. So who's entering? You can find this man at Flying V. You can find this man at SWA. You can find this man up and down the East Coast. And you can find this man in every state that you want to be at and those that you don't want to go to because he's unfazed. He is the Red Sire himself, TJ Sykes.
I mean, if we're talking about trilogies, Red Dog, I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. What is your favorite trilogy?
My favorite
We like,
trilogy.
we like talking movies. We like talking shows. What is your favorite trilogy of
We
all
do
time?
really, we do really like talking about shows. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, I'd have to think about my favorite trilogy of all time. Something that I enjoyed all three movies. Sonic,
So,
like
I mean, all right. Granted, it's a trilogy right now, but it's about to be what is this,
it
a
is.
saga after? This
Yeah,
is a
it's about to be
saga
a
now.
lot. Right now, it's about to be a quad. We're about to get
I, I,
Amy.
I don't know if that counts. Then I'm so sorry. I don't think that counts now.
I mean, Matrix would have been up there too, but then they came out with another Matrix movie, so that's
I
how
mean,
Star Wars would have
listen.
worked. But they made 4, 5. They have 4, 5, 6. They have 1, 2, 3. Then we have 7, 8, 9. Like can't pick.
You know the trilogy that has stayed a trilogy and should never be touched at all going into the future. I don't care if we're dead and gone. Don't touch it. I'll come back and haunt whoever decides to direct or star in this. Is Back to the Future.
It's a great trilogy. It's a great
Fantastic trilogy.
trilogy. I mean, I'm trying to think because there's a lot of good. I mean, if I was looking like just straight trilogy, just like a trilogy set, it's even hard because like The Hobbit is really a prequel to The Lord of the
Mhm,
Rings. I make fun of
mhm.
my friend. The Lord of the Rings is one of my friend's favorite movies of all time, and I make fun of that movie because I'm like, yo, it is 9 hours of walking. Like, you know what? Maybe
And
that's what the
and dialogue. There's dialogues. There's some excitement to it. I mean, like they got to get their steps in. Like you were just telling me off camera that uh you're getting your weight down, and everything, getting shredded up and getting in shape and everything. So are the hobbits. So are the hobbits. That's a long walk to Mordor, my friend.
yo.
Okay, like you know how much, like, with nothing to eat. Okay, so they're dropping weight like every quarter mile.
Yeah, I'm not trying. Listen, just because just because one person never heard of second breakfast doesn't mean that these guys think it's crazy. No, you know what? If I had to pick a true trilogy that I thoroughly enjoyed all three movies, Clerk,
Ooh.
underrated. And that third movie was so
Ooh.
good.
Okay, I was skeptical going into the third movie. I'm like, it's because my thing about movies is like, say the first and second movie hit, then you wait 20 damn years or so, however long like that gap is. Is it still going to be funny during that time? I can look back at, like, say, raunchy stuff or whatever. Like, this is funny. Can you keep that same energy with sincerity so many years later?
Yeah.
Clerks three hit. Clerks three hit, bro. Like I was very shocked at that.
And the way that Clerks 3 like ends, like because I
Hmm.
had heard that oh boy decided he wanted to retire from acting. And so when they did Clerks 3, I was
Who?
like, uh Dante. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean that's sorry if y'all didn't know. That's the reason for the ending. Like he wanted to retire the character, and so he was retiring from acting, and so this was his way of like
And
giving a little.
what a way to go out.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought I was so well done, and I'm like, oh, there. If there's a Clerks 4, I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
I'm the same way. Like I'm like, there's certain things like, all right, stop it here. This is good. And here's a little insight for your people who don't know. Like I also love Toy Story, and I think the third movie, perfect ending.
Yep.
Then they did the fourth movie, and I'm like, why would you do this? And then I'm like, okay, never mind. This is perfect. Ended here, and it felt like an ending. But hey, they gotta get that. They gotta get that money, bro. They gotta get that money. They're gonna drag me back again, 30 some odd years old, to Toy Story 5, and I'm gonna be sitting there like the big kid that I am.
Yo, and I'm sitting here like watching it. I'm like, oh, damn it. I know I'm gonna watch this. I know I'm gonna enjoy it, right? But we can't
Yes.
get. I can't get me a third. Can't give me a third. Finding Marlin. Like I can't get that. But
Bobby Marlin. It's just everybody just getting lost.
everybody get.
Everybody getting lost.
Let me. I mean, yeah, and it's funny because like even with Cars, like Cars 1 and Cars 3 were really good, but Cars 2 really kind of dropped the ball. And so like I don't want to see
I
like,
never watched Cars.
dang,
I never
first Cars
saw it.
was really good. Second one was kind of meh because it kind of got away from it and they're like trying to do something
Mhm.
cute with like Mater like being a spy, spoiler. And then the
Right.
third one was kind of like the transition to like the new
Mhm.
eras. And I really liked it. I liked the third one, like I said, and I liked the first one. I just didn't love the second one. So when it comes to a good trilogy, like the story has to like work all throughout the storyline.
Mhm.
And so for me, like Sonic was great, and
Oh
I
yeah.
love like we had said. And I'm trying to think of, like another movie that didn't have anything after it. Like I don't know
Well, if
the
I
new
mean, talking about like movies that like wait years to come back out. I mean, we're about to go into what, Scary Movie 6,
yeah.
which I think they should have stopped after 3. But
I think they should have stopped at the second one. I'll be fair because like the
I
third one,
I'm a
because of what
third one.
happened with the Wayne's brothers, I
Mhm.
that's why.
I absolutely understand, but I'm not gonna lie. Scary Movie 3 is my favorite. I
Okay.
really like it was always about, for me, like I love the Wayans brothers, but I can do or do without them in the movie. I get it, they made a huge impact. It's their baby. They're
Yeah.
hilarious, but I'm focused on Cindy and Brenda personally. And
Yeah.
I think I absolutely love Scary Movie 3. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you get Leslie Nielsen's in there. Like there's a lot of just randomness that like still sticks in my head more so than the first and second movies, even though
Yeah.
I know how iconic they are.
And is the third one? The third one was the one that inspired the fight, the fight with the girl from the ring, right? And then like,
Bianca and Alexa.
yeah, and that
Yo,
that inspired.
yo, I listen. It's been at that point in time. It was a long time since I really truly popped over something, and I'm like, it took about maybe 4.5 seconds for me to realize, wait, why does this look? And I just started like just jumping. I'm like, yo, no, they're not doing this right now.
Well, it
Yeah,
was like watching it when I watched it live. I was like, all right, yeah, it's cool. It's fun, kind of funny sequence. I like it. Never clicked. Then the next day, I'm on like Instagram and I saw it. I was like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. Like I should have
it
seen this coming.
was it was the hand on Alexa's head and her swinging. I'm like, why does this look familiar? I'm like, oh no, if she does that upper, oh, it's Scary Movie, dude. No, it was a lot of things because I'm like, not a lot of people give Scary Movie 3 a lot of love, and I'm like, I can't be the only one who like this. And like
Yeah,
watching that, I'm like, all right, okay, this is. I don't care what anyone says, like that. That's awesome. So
yeah. For me, scary movie will always be. For me, the second one will always be the top, and it'll be the Nike commercial when they were making fun of the street balling.
mhm. Oh
That
yeah,
to me, that's peak. That's like that's humor to me, and I was
it's
like, I agree with this. I love this, and that's where I'm always gonna like rock with this one
oh absolutely. In
moment.
order, it's 3, 2, 1 for me. In order, like
Yeah,
two is great, two is tops, but like there was just another level of just goofy in Scary Movie 3, like just stupid things as a kid that I'm like looking at, like the cop's hat getting bigger each scene. I'm like, that's so stupid. I don't know why I'm laughing at this. It's absolutely dumb, but it's cracking me up. But I can watch that movie every day if
Well,
necessary. So,
what was your trilogy again?
oh
Oh,
my
Back to
trilogy, my trilogy is Back to the Future. Like
yeah,
like full, just 3 movies, nothing else, no teasing anything, no prequels or anything. is Back to the Future. Like there's a lot of other good ones, but like I I can watch that on repeat.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like Chris Van Vliet talks about how Back to the Future is like the perfect movie.
Hmm.
Like he's like, I'll fight anybody to this day. It's like it's the perfect movie.
It's a perfect look. The only thing that I'll say is like even when watching, I was like, ugh, but it doesn't bump me from the rest of the movie. Is like just that little moment of his mother trying to get with him just for
Yeah,
a half. I mean, I look. I can't defend that. I'm not going to try to defend it. It is what it is. It happened, and you know what? Looking back, it's funny.
that's fair, man. But like Leia kissed her brother.
Okay, so all right.
And it wasn't a
I
peppermint.
won't defend that either. I'm like that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea.
All you Star Wars nerds out there. Someone's made a comment like, she
I
didn't know it was him at the time.
it doesn't even. But I feel like with the I can't say hooky, but the oddness of Star Wars, like there should have been some odd connection. Like they mentioned it. That's why I have a connection to him. Well, you probably should have just like clocked that and probably stayed away. You know, it's, I didn't think you needed to kiss him, but
it always,
what?
it always, it always made me laugh because like they they took that scene and then
Hmm.
they did the scene with. Remember how like in Kill Bill, whenever she saw something like beep beep beep,
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
Han Solo, and they freeze him, and he was thinking
Oh yeah,
back.
and yeah, like she was kissing him, and he's just like staring off in this. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, total moment. Like you, my man was like, "Oh no, we gotta erase this. We gotta erase all of this."
Which you're speaking of Kill Bill. Like I wouldn't have minded then if they extended it one more movie.
Yeah,
I I
they left the door
thoroughly
open.
adore it. Huh?
You left the door open for it.
The only way it makes sense, and I think a lot of people have said this online, is if they did a third movie, is if the daughter came back for revenge.
Yeah,
I'm in for
agreed.
that.
Me
I'll
too.
take that.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
So,
Quentin Tarantino can stop making movies after. He's
I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, because I would. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, is there? No, no, not really.
he doesn't do he doesn't, I don't know. Like Quentin Tarantino is hit or miss with me. It's very hit or miss. Kill Bill was a hit, both of them. So
Yeah,
keep
I
that
mean,
same energy for a possible third. I'm good with that.
I'm trying to think of like, was there a movie by Quentin Tarantino that I did not enjoy? Because even as a kid, I remember watching Jackie Brown and liking that
Loved
movie.
it. Well, I love Pam Grier. Like I will say if it wasn't Pam Grier and the mixture of Pam Grier and Samuel Jackson in that movie, it would have just felt like a long movie to me.
Yeah,
You needed someone like to me like kind of charismatic that could carry just the long pauses and like there's a lot of not talking in that movie. Like like you said about the Hobbit, like there's a lot of long walk. They're walking a lot and not speaking at all for minutes at a time. But Pam Grier is so like electric on screen. I'm like, I don't mind. I see
yeah.
what's happening. I see the story that's playing out. But there's a lot of not talking about the movie.
I'm sitting here now thinking about like other trilogies that I thoroughly enjoyed, like all like at least all three of the movies, and not carrying on to another series. 'Cause I know like you can divide like the Star Wars up into the trilogies.
Yeah, it's
That's fine, but it's a saga. There's nine of them, and I'm not gonna, I sit back and it's the same thing with the Fast and Furious movies. There's 10 of them, and that it is what it is. I don't know. Captain America, like will we call that?
Captain America was great. The only thing is that well, I
Saga. It's
guess
not a
it's a
saga.
fourth. It's kind of fourth. There's kind of
It is
four
four
movies.
because technically Sam is, he is Captain
He's still
America.
Cap.
So yeah,
And
so
I will always to this day will never feel as though Civil War should have been a Captain America movie.
right,
Civil War should have never been one. That's an Avengers.
yeah,
Like even though it's against themselves, it's an Avengers movie. it's an Avengers comic. It's not a Captain America comic. Like, don't know why that was the story for that third movie, but
Guardians of the
I don't
Galaxy,
make those.
all
I
three Guardians of the
not the
Galaxies were.
second one.
Oh, I
I
love
couldn't
it.
give
That's one of my favorites.
it. It
Not my favorite.
it
I'll be fair.
was.
It was one,
It
three,
said
two.
it was your favorite.
It was. It. I'm not saying it was always my favorite. I'm saying it's one of my favorites. I was like
One
to caveat. I go one, three, two. Like with me and the
one three
Saga
two.
series.
Okay, I'm gonna go three. I'm gonna go 3-1-2 on that
That's
one.
good though.
Third one, because like going in, I didn't know a lot about the Guardians. I liked
Yeah.
everyone I'm seeing on screen, but I'm trying to see what this is, so it was still kind of new to me. And then I'm like, okay, cool. This is ragtag bunch of people thrown together. I'm like, all right, I'm cool with this. Second one wasn't a hit, but then I'm like, I understand like their bond is getting deeper and like a bigger connection. Obviously, the Avengers and all that stuff that happened in between that one and the third one. But that third one, Rocket Story,
Rock.
that was an emotional roller coaster. That
Yeah.
was that was really well done.
Yeah. 100%. I was like, wow, this is
Mhm.
amazing. It's amazing to me. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like if there's any.
I
I
love
can't.
Men
I
in Black. I love
was
Men in
trying.
Black.
Men.
They made it.
No,
They made a fourth one with
international. That Men in Black International one.
Yeah, I didn't get to that one
If I
actually.
don't include them, if I just say like let's just call it the Men in Black with K and J, like
Mhm.
hands down, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
We learned so
Oh,
much in that third movie too, which was amazing.
I love that third movie. I absolutely love that one. Like I love like that. Uh, Josh Brolin playing K. You couldn't tell me that he wasn't truly Tommy Lee Jones. Like I'm like I've never seen anyone mimic that man to a T at all.
Well, what's crazy about that too was that Josh Brolin was the same age as Tommy Lee Jones when Tommy Lee Jones first did Men in Black. That's how was that what I heard it?
Do
It
you
was
know
something like that.
what?
It was something weird like it was a weird coincidence that Josh Brolin was like roughly the
How
same age.
old was he? Because
Tommy?
Brolin at that point. Well, yeah. Well, Tommy. Tommy. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. Like Brolin was. I don't know about. I don't know about that.
96? When that when that's when Men in Black first came out, right?
97, 97. No, no, no.
Uh
97, 98. I'm feeling it's more 97 though. Yeah, 97.
Men in Black age. Let's do that.
Okay.
He was 50 when the first Men in Black movie came out.
Josh Brolin was not 50 on that third one. There's no
Let's see.
way.
Let's see. Josh
In
Brolin,
he had to be in his 40s, mid to
Men
maybe late 40s.
Men in Black 3 age. Let's find out. He's 43, so he was
40.
71.
Okay, I was like, there's no way. Like, there's
I
no way.
was like,
All right.
he's roughly about the same age. Like that's what's crazy.
Like, you just aged that man 7 years.
Right, but but the point being though is that like Tommy Lee Jones in '96, like you're going back 20 years, and here's Josh
Mm,
Brolin. Like, yeah,
mm.
you're pretty much. And he had the mannerisms down like perfectly too.
Like, it was fantastic. That was fantastic
He,
casting on their part for that.
he had to read the script while Tommy Lee Jones just like was in the background.
Mm-hmm.
How you know my name, kid?
I know my name. Like, dude, I perfect, perfect
Oh
intro for that. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what that is.
yes, I loved it. So we've just spent the first 20 minutes for you guys talking about trilogy. What's your favorite
As I
trilogy?
said before, I can sit here and talk about movies and stuff all day long with you. So
Yeah. Oh, I have so much fun. And
whatever you want this to be, it can be, Red Dog.
well, let's talk about. So we've done the first one where we kind of like introduced you to like a new audience. We've done a second one, which was kind of like talking about the evolution of like character work and development, and you guys can find that all on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
But really, what I like about this third one, it's kind of like putting together, I don't want to say the final pieces because in this business we're always learning about something new, right? And always
Hmm.
working towards something new. So like how are we moving in the direction to kind of like, I don't want to say solidify, but kind of like put together some final pieces that you would have for your character?
So the question is like, how do I put together the final pieces for the character itself?
Yeah.
I don't think there are any final pieces. Like you said, like we're always evolving and whatnot. There's always stuff to add to it. I can always like look at it as like the pieces that I am putting together for this current iteration of this character. Like I don't think it'll ever be really like finalized because I feel like there's so much more that I can work with it. Like it's obviously very like heel based. I don't, not anytime soon do I want to see what this looks like, but what does the Red Sire look like as a good guy? I,
See, and
once again, I'll put it out there. I don't want to explore that right now whatsoever. But that's an interesting and possibly a harder take with what I've done, like, with these past iterations of this character. But, uh, that'll be a challenge. Up for the challenge way down the line, but that's something interesting to play with.
it's funny too for me because like when I look back at like the history of like Red Dog and kind of
Hmm.
like where I want to start taking the character and kind of pushing him in a direction, right? Like we've joked about like the first time that like Red Dog kind of stepped on the scene, he was like this dead serious, kind of like Merc,
Hmm.
and like he just no bullshit, like he was just no fun, nothing. And then finally kind of changed it to more of a natural feel for me, but kind of feel like it went a little too comedy route, and like that's not necessarily what I wanted either. I kind of wanted something like a bridge in the middle. And so for this other iteration that I kind of want to switch it over, and I got to play with the idea a lot with many different phases of this character, right? We joked about the multiverse of Red Dog, and
Hmm.
everybody's favorite is the West Coast Red Dog, which I'm
Oh,
trying to like
Crip Dog, Crip
Crypt Dog.
Dog, Crip
Crypt
Dog.
Dog is definitely
Yo, you know things have gone south. Like if Red Dog changes the blue and becomes Crip Dog,
right.
I want to see that. Like Blue Cane. I want to see Blue Dog,
Blue Cane. That's
Blue
crazy.
Cane, Blue Dog. Book it.
The fact that there was like so many wrestlers out there that was like doing the cane gimmick and like changing little bits of it to make it something new was so fascinating to me. Like Candy Cane,
My
Gain.
favorite. My favorite that I never looked into further. Just the name and the look. Cane.
Yeah, it
That
was
was. I'm like I don't even want to look further than this name and what this is looking like, because
yo.
it might just be absolutely horrible. But this is hilarious to
No,
me.
it was amazing.
It
Still
wasn't
amazing.
mixed.
Still amazing to me because like he was winning matches. Like he was winning matches with a bag. Like he had a
Hmm.
bag, and he would just
Hmm.
hit the other person with the bag.
I feel like that gets out of the realm of wrestling and like becomes assault. If that's the case.
Like I'm gonna hit you with this kayfabe cocaine. Like, yo, this
Gets arrested for possession every match.
right. So like where I want to take like Red Dog now is kind of like it's still I want him to be kind of more like in the sense of like the mile high merc, right? And then in this
Hmm.
instance of like a little not as dark, just a little darker tone to him. Still the same trash talk, like the no BS. Like we changing all things up. And then when he's like the good guy, like he's back in like the all red suit. You know,
Hmm.
I just I really want to explore more of this version of him because like one of the things that helped inspire me into like developing this side of him was Def Jam's Fight for New York, which yeah. I've been like
Yeah, you never know.
I re-downloaded it as an emulator for my tablet, and the last few nights, like I've just stayed up with my so I connected my PS4 controller to my tablet, and I'm just
Hmm.
playing on it, and like it brought back so much memories, and I'm like, bro,
I
I
can hear that
genuinely,
music in the back of my head. That loading music is still in
bro,
the, like you brought it back to the back of my head when you sent me those ideas a few days
yeah,
ago. I'm like, I now want to play it.
yo, but I'm like, yo, I was like, I just want to like start pulling stuff because at this point, like, it's pretty much safe to assume that there's going to be a key demo in a wrestling business who's going to understand, like, oh, I know where he got that from. But
Hmm.
there's a whole lot more people who have no idea, and they're going to have to go search and figure it out. Like, I low key kind of I thought about this, and by the time this episode comes out, this match will have already happened with Dan. But I kind of want to play. I kind of want to come out the same kind of style, and then in the match, at some point, just grab Dan by the face, like his hair, pull it up, and just be like, "I'm gonna rip your tongue out and lick my ass with it," just to see like what happens at that point. The crowd like. If I get like the shock laugh, or if I get, I'm just literally thinking about what other things could I say that would just put
That's
this shit.
the that's the one you picked.
Yeah, 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 Red Band,
That's the quote
definitely.
you picked.
Absolutely. That's the
All
best
right, all
one.
right, all right.
Yo.
Yeah, that all right. I can't even deny that that is the best one. But I just wasn't expecting to hear that right now. But yeah, all right.
But I'm like,
I want if you do that, I want to be front row, like just watching that happen. If you
bruh,
tell me you're gonna do that, I'm out there watching that.
it's either that or pop off something like Ghostface Killer when he's like, "Hey, go home and cry to your mother, and when you get there, tell her I'm hungry." Like I'm just thinking about like the things that I could say, like at this point, like would be lit, and then do the blaze up, like when I'm getting ready to hit my finisher, just be
Hmm.
like, "Just blaze," and then just like go for it. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about all the things that like I could do to like tie this in, so people be like, "Oh shit!" Like I know where he got that from, or "Oh, I think I remember that reference," and like causing people to go look stuff up. Like I
You
said,
also
I've
got
been
to remember where you're at.
what's that?
With that, you also got to remember where you're at. Like, will this crowd in this state know anything about that game?
Right. And they may or may not, but
Like, that might just be a thing that pops the boys. You got to think about that.
it
There
may.
are there. Hey, there might be that one person out there in that demographic. They're like, oh, hold up, did he just? And he looks around, but no one's like co-signing with it. So he's just like, I'm just alone in this.
Listen, I've spit some ideas out, and I remember one in particular that when we were at SWA, and I was like, "Yo, I want to do this idea," and you're like, "It's not gonna work." I was like, "It's gonna work." You're like, "It's not gonna work." I was like, "It's gonna work." And you're like, "All right, but if I don't think it's gonna work," and like the crowd popped like for this idea.
Do you remember what it was? Like
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
look,
I talk about this story all
like I
the
said, I
time.
could be talking about my ass right now. I could be talking about my ass right now. I think I might know something, and just out of a shock surprise, it works. I'm like, all right, I'll never question again, and I probably never questioned you again. I'm like, all right, whatever, do it.
Yeah. Because it was, it's funny because I tell the story like I tell the story a lot because it goes back to the 9-10 rules. Like nine
Mhm.
times out of 10, that's not working. For those who don't know, and I may or may not post a clip of it here, but I know I have a clip on my Instagram and everything. I told my companion over here, I was like, I want to do the Carlton like while in the middle of the match. Like instead of just like a tie, we just gonna hit the Carlton. And my man goes, "It's not gonna
Oh,
work."
it's Summit Slam. I
Yeah.
okay. Uh,
It's not gonna
and
work.
that that was a hot night. In all fairness, that was a hot night
Yeah.
and that crowd was vibing with us. So honestly, yeah, that I think you could have gotten away with anything in that night. It
Oh
worked. It did work. And having to watch that back, I'm like, that's my favorite clip.
yeah. I just thought I think about it all the time where I'm just like, yeah, 90% of the time, this is not gonna work. This isn't gonna work. But it just so happened that this is the 10% time where it took off and I was like,
It
yeah, I get away
was
with
like
it.
you, Jesse, and Stan, right?
Yeah, me, Jesse, and Stan.
Yeah, I remember.
The
Oh my god.
And what I go back
I
to I go back to this moment, right? And I go, you
Mm.
know what would else have made this better? Is if I had pulled JD in too and like made JD do it. And then we go get Stan. And Stan says no. I was like, because now this time, not only has my opponent done it, the ref has done it. And now the villain has said no at this point. So, and I was like, it would have been just as funny too to have him
Mhm.
pulled into, because at the moment he's looking around like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? And I was like, I should have really just like come to me,
And he
dude.
ends up
Carl.
being the best character of the entire crew right there.
Who would have known? It could have worked, but
Making Jesse dance was my favorite. That I don't know. I'm just like that is something I can watch over and over again because like look, I love Jesse to death. Rhythm wise, whew.
it was so
But that's what made the moment even better to me.
yeah. I and that's the thing though. It's like I'm always trying to think of like things that just kind of like a little bit outside the box. So obviously
Mm,
pulling in something like a Def Jam quote could
mm,
also be in that ball. But that's where I'm looking like to kind of take that character of like the more serious Merc. He talks a lot of trash, fun shit. Also
mm,
sometimes it can be dead ass it can be dead like serious. But
mm,
that's kind of like what I'm looking for now is like more natural to me. And I kind of want that, like that more aggressive side of him. And
mm,
I've been playing with the idea. I was in a match. Uh, Actually, it was right after. It was right after. No, I'm sorry. This would have been just a couple months ago. It was right a couple months ago. I'm working as a heel, and like I'm doing the Randy Orton stomp. And
okay.
as I stomp on my homeboy's ankle, he sets up, and I stomped him back down. I was like, "Lay your ass back down!" And then the crowd just boo. I was like, boo yourselves. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Or
It's
make you
disgusting.
cheer. I use that a lot in different places. I use it only once, but like every place that happens to, like I've used it at least once in at least 8 to 10 different places. It's one of my favorite quotes.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. And I look like it's genuinely like one of those things where now it's like, all right, how far can I push this envelope now? Like,
Hmm.
could I be a dick about it? Like while I'm behind this barricade, behind in this ring, whatever, just be a complete tool to everybody. But now I'm like, what more can I say? Like
Hmm.
without like obviously having to go into a curse words, like how much more can I get away with?
You're pulling from different types of content. There's content coming out all the time, like you
Yeah,
all stuff that you can pull from. Like I don't think there is a ceiling with it, or like I don't think you'll ever run out of things to say. You just need to
right.
find a place to put it. Like
Yeah,
you're pulling from like movies, TV shows, cartoons, whatnot, video games, endless amount of things you can say.
right,
Just don't use it all in one night. Like you'll
right.
have a lot.
I had one time, man. Actually, it was in the same. It was in the same match. There was a moment where the crowd was like turning on me. I heard this lady say something to me. I didn't hear what she said, so I got out the ring and I got like her husband was here, she was here, and her two kids, and I got out the ring, and the kid jumped in the way, and I was like, "What'd you say?" I was like, "Say it again." No, no, go ahead, just say it one more time. And then the kid got in the way. He's like, "Listen, man, you're in the way. Adult time, have a conversation here, okay?" And then the ref's like, "Get back in the ring." He's like, "Quit being a cock block. She's trying to give me her 7 digits." And I was like, "Yo, how far can I take this?" Like, obviously, like when you're there, you kind of understand like what's going on. But like, I
Hmm.
was like, how far can I push this boundary without actually stepping overboard? And so I'm like looking for like new things to do to see like well, I want to inflict emotion. I want to get emotions out of people, but I'm like, how far can we take this?
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Oh no, I definitely get that. Sometimes I
um,
like stepping overboard. Just given the right environment, I like to step or at least hover over that line just a little
yeah.
bit, just to see, like just like you said, like just see how far can I push this, and if it's working, I'm just gonna step on that line, step over it.
I feel like I feel like I'm Batman at that point though. It's like I don't want to. I want to get to the line, but I'm just like I'm inching closer off of it, but I just don't ever really fully step over it.
Did
And
you
that,
just call yourself Batman and not Deadpool? Like this is
yeah,
I don't
but
know about this. You're trying to move away from the Deadpool Red Dog like collaboration. Like no man, I love that. But then if you want to go a certain way and you want to be more aggressive, you want to be Batman, start breaking ankles and stuff. Go ahead, you know what? Go for it.
breaking ankle.
Breaking ankles.
But he goes
He's
back
not gonna kill you, but that hospital bill is gonna rack up, bro.
100%. 100%. I look at these. I mean, I try to look for other wrestlers too. Like right now, what KJ Orso is doing on the indie scene, and like
Mm,
I'm very much here for. Formerly known as Fuego dos Sol, but now he's just kind of doing this. He's running with that his mask gimmick, and now he's just
mhm,
tearing it up. Him, uh, Charles Mason, like all those guys, like have like this cool stuff kind of happening with them, and I'm like,
mhm.
I want to be like somebody's opposite. Like you and I, like when we run and it's like heel
It's
bait,
awesome.
it looks like a Batman Joker situation, and I
Yeah.
like the dynamic with you because I know like whatever's happening is going to work. Like it's just going to
Mhm,
hit. And we've ran this twice, and so both times, like it's been one of those things where it's like, yo, this is really fun, and it gets sharper every time that we do it. So I'm
mhm.
like,
I mean, and
I
you
want
ran it twice, two different companies. All I'm hearing is that a trilogy is needed again.
it's needed. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a place that we could possibly do it at. Yeah, hey, do you have it? Where's it at?
You mean you mean
Where's Brandy? Where's
yeah,
Brandy?
Brandy. Brandy's chilling right here. She's always in the bag, always with me, always ready to
Is
hang
that a
out.
fact?
Oh, okay.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Hmm.
But she got a name. I don't think she got a name.
She doesn't have a name yet, but I'm playing with Scarlet.
Uh, I could dig
I'm
it.
playing with
I could dig it.
I'm playing with
Up
it.
until up until up until Killer Cross finds out, and then he'll be like, "Yo, you gonna change that name?"
Listen,
Then
I'll die on the hill, and I'll die right in front of I will die.
absolutely. And I think it's one of those things too, man, where like you're constantly looking for that evolution of the character. You're constantly
Mhm,
looking for that evolution of the game, and then you want to continue to put in the hard work. And so, what I guess where I really am too is I'm trying to focus all my energy into like making a product that makes sense across different, like I guess, different companies. Now people could look at you and be
mhm,
like, "He's a mercenary. I get it. He wants to come in here and just do damage, and then just
mhm,
talk shit as he's doing the damage. Like I want that." So that's where I'm at now. So that's also kind of like, well, fun fact for you guys now, you'll probably hear this like on numerous episodes. Like I've also dropped a lot of weight. Like I've dropped almost 20 pounds because I'm like, yo, one, I want to feel lighter and just a little faster in the ring. But two, like, working a match when I did with Andino at SWA, I just felt sluggish and I couldn't understand like what necessarily was happening that I was feeling so slow. And I
mhm,
didn't look that way. I just felt that way. So
mhm,
understanding that I was like, I kind of need to get down in some weight. Obviously, like age is gonna be a thing that catches up with me, but I have to like kind of hold it off as long as I can until I can get all this together. But like that's what I think is, one of the things that I want to get my look a little tighter so that I look like a merc. But then even more importantly, I think a lot of it too, the concept side of it too, and somebody's gonna call me out as soon as I say it though. Like Roman Reigns' look is definitely kind of a part of it that's inspired, just like black pants, not necessary for anything, combat boots, which go straight with my military gear. The funny part was I was at Focus Pro and I was trying out a look similar to it. I just didn't have the pants yet. Keith Slater got it immediately. He told me that in the back. He was like, "Oh, you're the one with the combat boots. You're the guy that's the military, right?" And I was like, "Well, I was military." And he's like, "Oh, now this all makes sense." And I was like, "All right, well, not
I
wrong
mean,
with something."
if it's going to make sense to somebody who's been there, that works.
So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So now how can I tighten up this presentation just a little bit more? That's where I'm at now.
Okay. No, I get that. Like I said, like you said earlier, like just keep evolving. Don't stop coming up with ideas. Keep just seeing where you can move the character like forward to.
Yeah. So what about you? I mean, I know you talk about exploring kind of like not now, but like the face side. But how is it that because I know the Red Prince was the longest thing that was like going on, and now we have the Red Sire. Like,
Mhm.
what makes the Red Prince different from the Red Sire?
Something to prove. Something to prove, and I think the sire. It was very simple. It's like I've done it now. I changed the name when I beat Cheeseburger for the flying the title at that point, and after I didn't know if I was gonna do it. I didn't know if I was gonna make that announcement like the after promo for the match and everything. But it just like I was feeling it, and it got a little bit of a buzz at that point in time. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna run with this. Like I feel like I'm now uh I don't have I'm always gonna feel like I have something to prove. Like that's just that. But like from a character standpoint in front of the audience, there's nothing left for me to prove. Like I'm at the top now. I'm no longer the prince. I'm at the top of my game now. Now everyone has to come up to me. I'm not chasing anybody. Y'all chasing me now. So it was a little bit of that, but also like the Red Sire is a little bit more like meticulous in certain things now because uh now that I've kind of like just told everyone that like now y'all are chasing me, now I'm a little bit on my heels like, oh crap, everyone's chasing me now, so I'm a little bit more the chicken shit heel, which actually I love playing. By the way, like I don't think enough people like playing. I love playing that. Like I am a big fan of the chicken shit heels, like old school Tully Blanchard, The Miz. Like there's a lot of people. I'm like that. There's a lot of room for that type of character. Like everyone wants to be the like big tough badass heel and whatnot. Like no, I want to run away. Like it's I want to run away because like who else? No one else wants to do that, and I always try to lean towards that. Like, y'all don't want to do it, I'm gonna do it. If no one else on the show is doing it, well, guess what? That's me now. Like, I try to stand out in those like little ways, and like as of right now, it's been working. So like, there's still more stuff to add to the Red Sire, um, like character and everything. It's it's not a far difference from the Red Prince. It's just another step or two up. So and then
See,
I'll probably get a little bit more elaborate with the entrances and like the robes and everything. Like just check to see what I have coming up soon. Actually.
and I like the idea of like playing like the chicken shit heel because I also think that that's fun, and I don't have to be the badass. Like as a merc, like I can call it whatever it is. I mean, like yo, it's a tactical retreat, bro. Like it is what it is. Or
Mm-hmm.
the tactical rule change. Like one thing I want to do the Randy Orton John Cena finish, just smack a ref, and just get those qualified.
uh, that's I did that. I did that with a Jordan Blade and Flying V. Like that's I feel like here's the thing. Even though like character wise we are polar opposites, we still think the same. Is what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Like yeah, just smack the ref. And it just so happened that ref was Gordo, so it gave me a little bit more pleasure to do that.
Yeah, I think about that too because like I'm not afraid to take like the goofy endings. Like one
Mm-hmm.
time, like I think the way it worked out is I poked my friend in the eye, Brian Bayside. I poked him in the eye. He turned. I hit him with the glove, and then like I was still on one knee, and he hit the ropes. He bounced into me, and then just like flopped on top of me. And I took the Big Show pin, the Regal finish. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody was like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "Bruh, did you hear the crowd pop? Like they fucking loved it." And I was like, "I don't care, win or lose. I don't care." I was like, I think about those things like Chelsea Green said it. She's like, I want to create a moment with fans, and that's what I want. And so people still to this day at WWE talk to me about it. They're like, hey, remember when Brian Bayside beat you? I was like, he didn't beat me, dude. He just fell on top of me and refused to get off because he was knocked out. But yeah, I was like, I think those are like great things to do. I'm trying to find tacticals, but everybody else has their way of wanting to like book you. Like a promoter was like, I want you to be this like shitty heel where you just put your feet on the ropes and get the pin and just come off like a badass. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, I want to smack a ref in the face, get DQ'd, and just
Mm-hmm.
or just whatever. I didn't what I'm just I can't. I'm not gonna win. Bet.
All right, they're fine.
You know, I win. I win now. I get to go home. Tactical retreat. And then, whatever happens, happens after that. Like,
Mhm,
had
mhm.
to have the promoter come out and be like, no, we're gonna restart this match. No DQ, blah 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 blah. And then like just hit dude with a low
So,
blow. And
so then you're going back into the old John Cena, Randy Orton. Remember they had like three finishes in one night.
yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just
I'm
keep
trying to think of
restarting the match.
yeah. I keep thinking of like all the things that I just want to do. Like I just want people to be pissed at me or people just to not like me. And if
Hmm
they do like me because they're like, I would do the same thing. Like,
hmm
like all right.
hmm
So I think about a lot of those moments where I'm like, how would I approach this situation? I try to put as many scenarios out there as I can
hmm
because there's like at this place too, by the way, in WWE, like I'm a heel, but for some reason, like all the kids love talking to me. And I'm like, I don't know why you guys like me. Like I literally came out and told one
You
kid
need
he
to
was
keep
wearing
that
a
down.
Patriots hat. I was like, bruh, I don't know why you're a Patriots fan. All roads lead to Mile High anyway. We're gonna beat your ass. And then like we did it. Bo Nix broke his ankle the third play at the end of the game,
hmm
and we ended up
hmm
losing. But I was like, mm. But yeah. So these kids like are always around. I'm like, bro, these kids really do like me, and I don't understand why.
Complete opposite of me. Hey, kids do not like me, and I make it very known. Like I don't like kids.
Like you guys are terrible people for letting your kids like me.
Oh my god. Maybe they're trying to convert you. Maybe they're trying to see like that little light that's inside of you, and they're just trying to bring that out. Because that's what kids do. Apparently, they bring
Yeah.
the best out of people. Bullshit. But
I was like, bro, I had one kid, he was like yelling at me and he was like, you're terrible. You're gonna lose. I was like, is that your mom? Is that your dad? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you're adopted. You're the milkman's baby. And I walked away from the car.
the milkman's baby. Man, that all right. All right. First off, there's a lot of questions to that. One, do we still have milkmen?
Yeah, no.
Like,
No.
let's start there. You're somebody's baby. It's just not his.
No. Whose
The
goddamn white
milk.
baby is this?
Who's goddamn why baby? It's always gonna be Chaz's baby. It's always gonna be Chaz's baby.
Bruh. I'd be laughing my ass off, like thinking about things. I was like, I'm trying to find shit that like Cat Williams has said, and I'm looking for shit that
Oh
like
God.
days of shit just to go with
hmm
whatever's gonna work.
hmm
I remember telling one kid, I see, and this is where you and I were talking about like just pulling different media. I've told one
hmm
kid, I told kids that I told a guy this. We are at Focus Pro and he was booing me, and I go, I hope you win the lottery and lose the ticket.
All right, that's so petty, and I love it. Just
Yeah.
just it's not. It doesn't always have to be like that hard oh line that everyone gets. It's like that petty undertone to like that was just a dick thing to say. I, lo- I love that.
I had one. So I had a kid. He was doing an intro for me, and this is where like the evolution starts to come in. They announced that he announces that I'm a U.S. veteran, U.S. Air Force veteran at that, and I
hmm
hear this guy behind me just start yelling out Chair Force, right? And I turned around and looked at him. Are you saying Chair Force? He's like, yeah. I was like, bro, I wouldn't let you serve me fries, let alone serving my military. Yo, just killed all his noise immediately. He was like,
love it,
oh.
love it.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna come with the most like outlandish things to say to people.
I mean, it just fits into your character.
Yeah,
I mean, like
this one,
it's. I think that's why it works. It was like, of course he says something like that.
yeah.
Like, it's go figure.
Little people
The
know that
lotto
like
ticket.
he says
That
these things in
lotto
real
ticket.
life too.
What
He's
you
not
see out there is just what we all see back there. That's the same guy.
he's, yeah, you guys think it's a character. That's him. He's a dick, dude. Fuck that guy. This was like, yo, you think he was cranked up to a 10? No, he came in at a 10. Like, he toned it down. He was at 100. Now he's at a 10.
Like, no, no, I don't think you go any lower than at least a 75. I mean, I can think about many different like moments in matches where I'm like, yeah, this is just Cliff. This is just Cliff being Cliff here. This is not like don't even stop calling yourself Red Dog. This is just Cliff and Miller. This is what this is.
Well, we're at a redacted company, and I forget like
Oh, why did I know? Immediately I knew what you were talking about.
yeah, and I'm trying
Immediately,
to remember you were choking me with your tape, and I said
yeah.
something, and like I mean, I saw you like, and I had to watch it back because you had told me that you did it, and so I watched back the match. I remember you like ducking your face down because you're like, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm not trying to laugh at this right now.
hmm
Like,
hmm
it's like, yeah, I
It's
say a
like
lot of shit. Like, you know,
a lot of. I'm like, oh my damn it, dog, damn it. Like, why? Not, not here. Oh, well, granted, after everything that happened that night, I needed to laugh.
yeah,
I needed
absolutely.
one.
Yeah,
A
that's what's
redacted
crazy.
company.
Like, it's the funniest thing too, man. Because like you and I, like we've developed like this kind of friendship, and it's one of those things where we've talked about it on like other podcasts before, but when we talk about it here, we have this moment where like when shit hits the fan and things turn sour, like we tend to like we kind of lean on each other,
Mm-hmm.
just not just with wrestling, but with also with life. But we tend to lean
Mm-hmm.
on each other to this point where it's like, all right, man, if I got TJ by my side, I'm gonna get through whatever shit's got going on. And I know it's like that with you. Like if I'm scared, I got shit going on. I got Cliff. Like at least Cliff will help pull me through this.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the night I go back to every single time when I talk about like jumping into the fire when like shit's going down and like
Mm-hmm.
being able to at least salvage something out of it because it was
Mm-hmm.
something you kept saying too. Like that night was they're like if it was anybody else, bro, I just walk out of here
Oh yeah,
because like
yeah.
I'm here.
I was like, yeah, because like I was pretty set in the idea of like, yeah, if this doesn't get resolved, this is my last night, and if I'm gonna have a last night here, I'm going to wrestle Cliff. Like that's what I wanted specifically. Anyway, when asked like what I want to do like on that show, I'm like, give me Red Dog, me and Red Dog. That's what I want to do here. But yeah, it was like if it was anybody else, I would have dipped. Like the night already started off. Like even before then, this is behind the scenes with the ex owner. I guess I don't know what he's doing now. I don't really care. But like initially, I was already ready to walk out there because of stuff that happened with Nikki,
Yeah,
and I'm like, if you, I asked her, I'm like, hey, if you want to go, we can go. Like she's like, no, it's fine. Like we'll find a way. And I kept asking, and I'm like, all right. Like I was ready to dip then, and but like yeah, that was a night, wasn't it?
that was a night. It
Yeah.
was a wild night. I think about like how one drop, right? Obviously, hear me when I say this. It was bigger than that, right? But one drop caused such a big ripple effect
hmm
and a lot of other stuff that happened because it wasn't the fact that there was no asking of where my friends are. It was just you saw what you saw, and to this day, like you can still see the ripples of that moment, like of what
hmm
happened. You friendships changed that night, like, and I think about that a lot, and I get it too. Like in this industry, like you're gonna have a lot of friends. Well, actually, let me be fair. Let me say what O'Shea always tells me, right? Is that you're gonna have a lot of acquaintances in this business. You're gonna have very
hmm
few friends. You're gonna have your
hmm
family. have your team, and then the people who are in your corner. And not everybody's may fit in the same category. And I was like, yo, someone that I consider a friend that was like, now you're just an acquaintance. Like, if
Hmm.
that, you know. But I just when the lines got drawn, you could see exactly where everybody stood, and I was like, "That's nuts to me."
Hmm. It's weird, like looking at that, and you're saying about friends and everything. Now this is because I can't remember every single person that was back there at that point in time. Um, my crew, DBD, and yourself. That's it. I like the rest of the that company and that roster. I don't consider friends whatsoever. Like I've seen how they move. I've seen how they act. I'm like that's not something I want to be associated with. I'm sticking to what we've got going on in front of us, from the management to the lowest on the totem pole. Like I'm good. Like I've got my crew. These are my people. If these people aren't here, I'm not here. So that's how I saw it. I know other people came in after that night, and like I said, there might be a few other people in there that I'm like, okay, either we've changed um, or we're just not friends anymore. Whichever it was looking like, but yeah, yeah, man, that's how I view it too. So.
Yeah, I was always and still relatively like thrown off about everything, but it was like it was one of those moments where I think like if there was ever a question about like friendship, like that would be like I would say like we had our match in HWF, and I will be fair, like we had a great match at HWF, but like a friendship was like solidified and fortified that night at PWX. And I was like, hey, you know, it was funny because I think it
I'm
turned
gonna need you to redact that name, by the way. I'm gonna need you to redact that name.
okay.
Like we gotta bleep that out.
But like, but what was crazy was that, you know, when I moved from Maryland to Massachusetts, you know, and you know, my wife had mentioned like, so what are you gonna do? And I was like, yo, I'm still gonna go travel. I was like, there's only one place I really want to be at. And to be fair, like I've gone back and wrestled at like HWF, and you know, I'm obviously at Riot Maker, but like SWA was like the place, and I was like, yo, I was like, you know, and at some point in time, like my wife will probably ask me about like why is that SWA was like the place I was like hardcore pushing, like I gotta go back and wrestle at. And then when you know, when we talk about the story and stuff like that, like that would be one of the bigger reasons. But yeah, that was like, I was like, yo, this is my dog. I'll do anything for him. Like, yo, he ask me to do anything. I'll be like, I'll do my best to do whatever it is we got to do.
Mhm, mhm.
But
It's
yeah,
like also like that night, like I I knew I had my people behind me, but I'm like I'm not pushing anyone to make a decision that I'm about to make.
yeah,
Nobody has to follow me. Nobody. If this is where you want to, if this is something you want to do, I'm not going to look at you a different way specifically over it. But I'm not. You guys don't have to follow me. This is my decision. I talked to everyone. Everyone's like, yeah, we're going to. I'm like, all right. I'm not gonna like
yep.
appreciate it, but it wasn't necessary if that's not something you wanted to do.
Yeah, I just remember like sending in my letter too, and just or my. I'll be fair, like I sent it in a messenger. I sent it to the person, and he was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "Oh, word, you have no idea." I was like, the disrespect that I got with just that short ass message. I was like, "All
Yeah,
right, bro." I was
yeah. I
like,
mean, like I gave a chance. It happened that night. Um, they wanted me to talk to the person that it happened with. I'm like, now is not a good time. Like this is not the time to do this. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna have to happen after everything's said and done.
Mhm.
But as we all know, he ended up doing a lot of derogatory things towards the women. I'm like, okay, well, this is happening after our stuff, so this is just escalating the fact that I don't want to talk to this guy,
Yep.
like at all. So after the night, I messaged the then booker. I need this fixed. Like something needs to be done about this because you're putting me and a lot of other people in a certain position if this person's going to act this way. Like I understand like they're like, if don't let people get to you or whatever. But well, no, this is very disruptive now. This is not
Yeah.
something that we want here. Like, so do something about this. Heard nothing from them for almost a week. Messaged again. They're talking to everybody else. They're online. They're seeing that I'm messaging them. At this point in time, I'm your champ. Like, I feel like I should take a little bit of priority if I'm going to be there or not. Like, this is a serious issue that I'm willing to have a conversation about. But it by the end of that week, I'm like, okay, you're blatantly ignoring me. See you later.
Yeah. And it's funny
So,
too because like there's been other incidents, other moments where like I'm on the phone with you and talking, and I'm just hearing about like your experience with like other places. I'm not gonna mention names, but other places. I'm
mm,
like, damn, bro. Like, I'm sorry that you're going through that shit right now. Like, that was like,
mm,
the one thing I love is about like I love about this business is that when you meet people who do good business, you want to work for those people and you want to do the best you can for those business. But when you see
mm,
businesses do shady stuff to other people that you're tight with, you're like, I don't want to fuck with you like at all.
mm,
Like, and there's specifically like I'm not gonna mention them, but there's been a couple times where I'm like, I don't know why I'm still here. Like, you're just you're not we're not tight like that, you know. And
yeah.
I'm just like, just whatever is whatever. Like at this
Mm,
point where I'm at, and yeah, it makes me feel wrong though because I'm like, I'm not really like morally it's not a wrong thing, but they did fix the problem afterwards, but it's still stupid. And I'm like, I don't know. I never
if you're
to me I
feeling
try
this,
to
if you're still feeling that way, like it, maybe it's like that's just a sign, like that, because clearly that's probably not going to be a feeling that just gets brushed under the rug. Like you're still having a certain feeling about it. The problem might
yeah
be fixed, but there's something about it that's still lingering for sure.
yep. And that's where I get at. I'm like, this place. But nah, man. Like you know, normally we would have like some kind of fun game or something like that goes with this. Actually, it's funny enough. The only thing I
Ooh,
have doing now is the 10 count questions, and that goes with just now into the ring. And I don't have one anymore for like returning to the ring. So I'm like, all right, man, this is how we're gonna try to slowly land this plane. But what I really need you to do is let our listeners and our viewers know where they can find you.
me, specifically me, as a three-time guest, where they can find me right now. They can find me on the Three Count Podcast, returning to the ring. That's where they can
Yeah,
find me if they're watching this. I know this isn't live, but maybe you should start going live sometimes. Just let's get some live reactions. But like, hey,
could
like this is your show. You don't have to listen to me. But they can also find me on Instagram. You can find me on the X. You can find me on Facebook, all under at the Red Syre, Syre. Do not misspell that, or I'll get very, very upset with you. Um, yeah, those are my socials. And that's where you can find me because I will not give out my home address because people are weird. Um, they can probably figure it out like just by like technology nowadays. So like maybe I might be getting a stalker here soon. Does that mean I made it though?
I mean
If I get
that
a
would
stalker, I made it.
yeah that's what it would mean, right? Like you made it with the stalker.
I mean, they won't make it. They won't make it,
No,
but I made
yeah, they're like, yo, I got someone.
it. I don't like just full stop. I got someone. What does that mean?
Don't worry about
Don't worry
it.
about
But no, so you guys, we we're like landing this plane down nice and easy, and like every great part of a wrestling match, and especially the one that me and TJ enjoy, we gotta take this home because this is a three count
no,
podcast. It's
we don't have to
returning to
take it home. No, I'm stopping it. No, no, no. We don't. No, no, no. We're not taking it home. I thought there was a game. Where's the game?
nope. The
I was
game is
promised a game here.
the game. No, well, the game ended already. Like
The game's over. Ah,
the game is no longer
ah,
afoot. The game is actually
wow. Well,
at the
everyone
line.
gets a game. I mean, I'm a three-time returner. I don't get a game, but it's all right. It's all right. It's your show. You
It is what it is. It's a new
do
season,
what
new
you gotta
era
do.
returning to the ring, and we're not getting no games. We're just, which everything is one big game. And you know what? If we would have done a game, we would have done it now, and we'd have been like, "What's your favorite trilogy?" But we did that at the beginning of this whole
We
thing.
that was so I didn't so we were playing the game and I didn't even know. I
Yeah,
didn't even know we were already finished before we begun. I got it.
yeah, the
Okay.
chaos was just begun.
We've
But
only just ended. I don't want have you ever just done like not a very smooth landing, just bumpy, just like hard cut, show's over.
and out. No, yes, I have done that with not the podcast, but I've definitely done it with the live stream where the
Just
Freak Out podcast
just a
starts like
bye click.
end. You know? But
I would like
this
every
is
time I return. Go on. Continue.
this is the Freak Out Podcast, which says Return to the Ring, and now I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, the man that leads you up that mountain called wrestling. And like every good Sherpa, which I like to think I am, it's never about me, it's about who's entering. So who's entering the ring? You see him right there, the SWA Mid-Atlantic Champion himself with Scarlet on his shoulder. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the Red Sire, TJ Sykes. And you know what that means. Tune in to the next episode and be there, or you're legitimately subscribed to our YouTube channel. You're following us on all of our social media platforms. You're checking us out on Spotify. You're listening to us on Apple Music. You're leaving us 5-star Frog Splash reviews there as well. You're going to check us out on Amazon Music. Put a little like there. You even listen to us to that dumb app with the stupid jingle that goes iHeartRadio or
Or
whatever,
LimeWire.
or LimeWire. Download us. Get a virus. You're even you're buying our merch on foryourwear.com, or you're checking out all of our classic tees on prowrestlingtees.com. You're telling your mom about us, your dad about us, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your girlfriends, your cousins, your grandmas, your grandpas, and your best friends, and also your enemies, because we love haters too. You're doing all that stuff
What about
really.
my dad left though?
What's that?
My dad left though. I don't think I can really tell him anything. So
Then just find the milkman's baby. Milkman, you have to be that guy. Really tune into the next episode that we have with this outro, the finish, and then choose yourself another episode to listen to. Or if you don't have a milkman, the newspaper man, or the mailman, or the construction man, or the
construction.
surveyor, or the person that really. What's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and thank you for checking out this episode of the Three Count Podcast. Whether that was Chaz friends, Red Dog friends, Damien friends, the Film Slouch, now into the ring, now entering 201, or now returning to the ring, all those good episodes. You should really be liking, commenting, and even sharing this with your friends, family, whoever it may be. But what you all should be doing is checking us out on all of our social media platforms at 3 Count Pod. Whether that's on IG, Twitch, you can check us out on Threads, whatever it may be. And if you go check us out on X, it is 3count_pod. Check us out on YouTube, as well as Facebook, on Rumble, on Apple Music, on Spotify. All those fun things. Tell your mom about us, your dad about us, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, and your best friends and your enemies, because we love haters too. Do all that stuff. And then, last but not least, buy our merch on foryourwear.com or prowrestlingtees.com. Kawaii.